Most streets are empty in New Orleans. The pandemic hit the city hard. But not everyone is home self-sheltering.
I'm like used to getting blood drawn every year, you know?
Right.
As soon as she beat COVID-19, Mary Truxillo rushed to have her blood analyzed.
You know, trying to be able to help people make something positive come out of actually getting sick from this virus.
As an emergency room nurse, she contracted COVID-19 early on. Then she heard about a study at a research site at a health facility in Metairie, Louisiana, called Medpharmics.
Hopefully, you know, by giving blood, we'll be able to come up with a vaccine for people, a treatment, just anything to be able to help.
People want to help, and it is a great feeling to see that our community has people like that.
Dr. Robert Jonfro is the medical director here. And while the race for a vaccine is underway, other types of clinical research are going on across the country.
The frustrating thing about this disease is we don't have any approved drugs and we don't have any vaccines. And that's what we work with. That's what we do.
Their webpage touts COVID-19 studies, working with major pharmaceutical companies. The goal is to be able to replicate antibodies found in blood of people who have recovered from the coronavirus. Antibodies are proteins that can help destroy the virus. After spending time in Wuhan, China in September of last year, and a series of aches and pains in January, visits to 2 COVID-19 wards in New Orleans convinced me to get checked. I did not cough and I did not have a fever, so I didn't think that I had any chance of having the virus. It's only spending the last 48 hours in hospitals and hearing other people who've gone through that I thought, well, maybe I have been exposed to this. So a doctor is going now to, what kind of test am I going to have?
Serology.
Serology test. And that will pretty quickly determine if I've been exposed or?
Well, it will tell you if your body has responded to the virus. So
It'll tell me if my body's responded to the virus. It'll tell me if I got through this. This is one of just a few coronavirus tests approved by the FDA for emergency use. A simple pinprick. A small amount of blood should determine if I have the virus or antibodies showing I have been infected and recovered. So if I'm completely healthy and not been exposed, nothing will happen.
Well, that's the way we think.
This finger prick test is very new, and Medpharmics CEO says there are many, many unknowns.
We're hoping that the antibodies last long enough to protect us. They're not certain of that, if it lasts 2 months or 2 years.
So that right now we're really trying to determine how long the antibodies will stay in one's blood system, so it can come out and then help other people who are suffering through
Right,
COVID.
that's one thing. We're trying to get the antibodies to send them to produce them.
After 10 minutes, the cartridge breaks the news to me. Nothing. No sign of the virus or antibodies. So I'm healthy.
So you are healthy.
For a prolonged period, Medpharmics had 4 people answering phones around the clock, trying to set up appointments to be tested, after being lambasted by some for working with Big Pharma.
And so, you know, a lot of people in the past would say, I don't want to be a guinea pig for a study. And I'm like, you're not a guinea pig. You're a medical hero.
People like Mary Truxillo, who know what's at stake.
It is very serious. You know, for some people, they'll be completely symptom-free. They won't even know they have it, but some people, you know, it could kill them.
For all, discovering a critical breakthrough is something that cannot happen quickly enough. Sean Callebs, CGTN, Metairie, Louisiana.